What a big game, hey guys?
Oh, the largest.
I actually didn't think it was very political compared to years past, really. Just seems pretty standard. Like there's been pro-women ads in the past and people weren't like, ooh, no way.
People said that also about Lady Gaga's performance, and she just sang songs that were in her repertoire, and people were like, oh, she sang Bad Romance. That's like a metaphor about America. Like, that song has existed.
She sang Telephone. She loves public spending. I don't know, like she only has like 3 or 4 huge hits, I would say. So she just did those, and
she
great.
did the hits, mostly.
You know, cool. That's what you do.
Did make me really like her because of how transparently hard she tries.
Even just playing the piano, she really posted up a leg, which that takes some real effort.
That's actually how Alex types every day at work, just with one leg up on his desk. So, some ads, some notable ads.
Budweiser came through with a short film about immigration and about a German finally finding a place where he can brew beer.
He had to come to America to brew beer because they've never heard of this beer stuff in Germany.
The bold thing would have been to put it out before the election. Like, let's change the hearts and minds of people after they voted. What a bold stance.
Yeah, I feel like the only people who were mad about that were like liberals pretending to be conservatives on Twitter. So, cool Rickroll reference from GoDaddy. Somebody playing the internet. What a funny idea. And he listened to that Rickroll song in his car because this was clearly an ad that was cut from like their early 2000s run of like hit Super Bowl ads.
Yeah, they just forgot they had to do an ad, and they're like, what do we got in our... It's like looking through your old joke notebook. Like,
Right. There was that weird Yellowtail ad where like Australia was desperate to be cool and they had a kangaroo DJing. They were like, what we really like is this kangaroo DJing. And like the kangaroo just DJ'd and they were like, what? And
Crikey.
Right, yeah. It was like whoever wrote the Crocodile Dundees was like shown one rap video and they were like, update this for the people who like this stuff. So Bieber, I don't know what that ad was for. As with most Super Bowl ads, I really rarely remember what the ads are actually for.
I think it was a phone ad.
It's like some kind of horrible Twilight Zone structure where it's like it's just a weird thing is happening and then you get an unsatisfying twist where it's like, oh, it was for T-Mobile. Okay, fine. Also, when you mentioned spokesman, it's that crazy Six Flags guy glasses, like the dancing old man with the bow tie.
And he started dancing like him at the end, too. Bieber's smarter than all of us. The ad I'm seeing most like on the USA Today, like the winner of the ad sweepstakes was that Honda yearbook ad, but their mouths were like so far off from the words they were speaking, it was really like they weren't even trying.
If you want to play the clarinet, maybe don't dress like this, but play the clarinet.
It was sort of like on Conan when they would do the clutch cargo mouth on a political figure. And you know it looks bad, but it's fine.
Right.
Yeah, my takeaway from that is now I can just animate any dead person. So, that's great.
Febreze reminded us that all of our poop smells bad. Thanks, Febreze.
Yeah, thanks for shaming all of us.
Yeah. Sprint had my favorite ad, the dad faking his own death. Would have been way different if Dad had starred a mom and she like pushed a car off and was like, well kids, Daddy's dead. Michelob Ultra is continuing to piss me off, this time by stealing the Cheers theme for their bizarre propaganda campaign trying to convince us that beer is a health food.
Beer's the new kale.
Right.
Didn't they used to have Lance Armstrong years ago as like part of their campaign?
Oh, did they?
They was just like, oh, the ultimate endurance athlete. Clearly he has beers on the way. That's what he does.
Mr. Clean ad. What'd you guys think of the Mr. Clean ad?
I thought it was funny, but I was watching it in a room of people, and all the women in the room were like cheering. And I was like, why are you cheering?
Really?
Yeah.
So that worked?
The room I was in, the women were like, woo, and the men were like, this is too erotic. I need to do something else.
Cleaning is sexy, so.
Yeah.
Men, you should clean. Wash your sheets like more than twice a year.
Men who don't do that. Ha ha ha. I don't do that. Oh boy.
The Audi ad was controversial, right?
Yeah, it's another one where it's like, it's so political to think daughters should have a future.
Yeah, it was like the most basic message of like, women and men, I guess, should be equal. Sure, we think that.
Because it said, like, we support equal pay for equal work. And they might, but also Judd Legume on Twitter posted that their board is, like, 6 white men. If you look up on Audi's site, it's the 6 most German men you've ever seen.
We believe in progress, and you can
Right.
tell because we made this ad. People were like, oh, it's so progressive. You don't even advertise to middle America anymore in my Twitter feed. I feel like you could read it the other way. Like that Melissa McCarthy ad was telling you that you'll die if you do pro-environmental activism. Yeah, so what's up with that?
Cartoonish, painful death will come to you
Right.
if you join Greenpeace.
But you'll become a Highlander and be unkillable. So, Lady Gaga appeared in that Tiffany's ad.
That was another ad where they really backloaded what it was actually for. So initially I felt like it was just her laying in a black and white room with like big earrings on. I was like, okay, where's this going? I was like,
Is this the beginning of her halftime show?
yeah. And one part of it, she said something about being a rebel or a rule breaker or something like that. And I was like, I don't know, you're in the ad for Tiffany.
I know.
What a rebel,
sure?
woman liking jewelry. Oh no.
Just a quick break from all the ad talk to talk about social media. I think Biden and Lady Gaga are sleeping together based on his tweet. He was like, incredible performance by Lady Gaga. You amaze me, and not just on stage.
I don't know if they can see your hands, but you clearly did touching penises. Which
Spuds
That loves
McKenzie was huge when I was like 4 or 3, and
I Googled it later, but I don't know. It's
Yeah.
just a dog.
yeah, now everyone was just like, hey, what's the Target dog doing in that Bud Light ad?
There's Kristen Shaw, who I love, being like in a torture chamber of phone fees. I enjoyed it. It was good. She was funny. I like her as a character. Solid ad.
Simple premise, let a funny person be funny. Probably a good way to go, maybe. There's the Mercedes-Benz ad that was for old people, about old people, with Peter Fonda from Easy Rider and blocking a bunch of bikers in with his slick new Mercedes-Benz while he takes a tinkle. Old guys do that a lot. There was that Terry Bradshaw ad. Like his brand is elderly mentally ill guy. He just seemed confused
Yeah.
in the ad. And then outside of the ad,
Houston, the Patriots have landed. Back to you, Kurt.
which is a line that he clearly wrote when he thought the Falcons were gonna win because Patriots don't land. I wish they had a sound effect where it was like, the Patriots have landed. Well, it sure was a big game. So what would you take away from the Super Bowl ads, Alex?
At one point, I realized I hadn't watched commercials in about a year. Like, everything I watch is like ad blocked or something like that. So thanks for the round of them. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me that I could still buy stuff. But actually, I can't buy any of the stuff. I can't buy a car. I don't know. None of these things I'm going to buy.
Yeah, there was a bunch of ads for a Italian sports car brand that like was so expensive, like I've never even heard of them before.
Yeah, Alfa Romeo.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the commercial, I was like, here comes their slogan, and it was a line of Italian. I don't speak Italian.
Right. You
meet
seem
me
really
halfway.
broken up about that, man. You should get like Rosetta Stone or something.
I'm very ignorant.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that. Hey, did you know that monogamous sexual relationships are actually a recent development in human history? I know that's the sort of thing you typically hear from a 50-year-old guy with a ponytail who thinks all naked bodies are beautiful, but as someone who finds the naked human body gross and repellent in most of its forms, I'm here to tell you that science and sociology and history surrounding sex are actually really interesting, even to a person who's never been to an orgy. Anyways, that's not just a the more you know style public service announcement, it's what our live podcast is about this month. So Saturday, February 11th, 7 p.m., me, Michael Swaim, Teresa Lee are going to be talking to Dr. Christopher Ryan, who wrote a fascinating book about what sex was like a long, long time ago when humans were just starting to, Tickets are $7. They usually sell it pretty quickly, so click on the link somewhere on your screen now if that sounds interesting to you.